Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Praveen Sharma. I have 11 years of experience. So today we are going to talk how to connect Azure Key Vault with Databricks and how to import values or secrets from Azure Key Vault to Databricks with the help of scope. So let's create a scope. So, so first of all, we need to open this portal, Databricks portal. You need to click on this base path. This is the base path, and at the end you need to add this secret create scope. Okay, so if you add this at this path, and then you have to give a enter. So once you enter here, you will be able to create a scope. So I'm creating a scope, and I can give the name of the scope as 4th August. Okay, 400408, all worker user, and then we have to enter these two information, DNS name and resource ID. So first of all, we need to create a key vault. So I have already told you how to create a key vault. So if you see here, we already have an Azure Key AKV 31. This is the key vault that I have already created here. So what I'll do, I have to enter these two information, DNS information as well as the resource ID. So what you have to do, you have to click on properties, and where you will find the properties. So if you just click on this, your key vault, you have an overview, activity logs, and all the information here. And in settings, you will be able to see properties. So here you have the key vault URI. Okay, so if you see here, if you just remove this one, okay, so you will be able to see the similar information is also available here. So see, this is the information that already it's very similar, even though if you do not find this value, so you will be able to see that vault.azure.net is already written there. So if you remove this one, it also says that vault.azure.net is there. Okay, then second information is the resource ID. So this is the resource ID. So you have to enter the resource ID here. Okay, just remove the first one and paste it. Okay, you can take in a screenshot. Let me take in a screenshot and paste it on my paint. This is the information, and I'll highlight it, the first one as well as second one. So I'm adding it here. So can I take a reference of this one? Okay, and once it is created, you need to keep this handy. Okay, so if you want to use it in future, you have to keep it handy. So I'll keep it here. So now I am able to create a scope. Okay, because we have already created our key vault here, so I'm able to create the scope here. It says that the scope, this name of this scope is already, it's added to my account. So what we are trying to do now is we already have a key vault, we already have an Azure Databricks. Okay, so what we are trying to do is we are trying to create a scope, or we are trying to create a window inside my Azure Key Vault, Azure Databricks of this Key Vault, and then we will be able to access it here with the help of this scope. Okay, so and this information we have given to this scope. So this is nothing but your scope. Okay, now let's see. Let's go to my account or Databricks notebook and try to access it. Okay, so before we go into Databricks, first we need to give some permission to my Azure Key Vault. In Azure Key Vault, the second thing is, if you wanted to access this Azure Key Vault into Databricks, then this Azure Key Vault should give some permissions to Databricks. Okay, so let's move to that. So what we have to do, we have to go to Azure Key Vault and then open this, and you must be knowing that in Azure Key Vault we have an access control. Okay, identity access management. Here in identity access management, we have to select the role assignment, and then we have to select Azure Key Vault secret user. So this is the secret user. Next, and then we have to select Azure Databricks. Okay, Azure Databricks. So if you search this one, you will be able to find this Azure. You need to select this Azure keyword, Azure Databricks. Select it and give the permission. So I have already given the permissions. So let's go here. Let's try to start the cluster in your Databricks. And then we'll be able to do it. So what we have done, we have created an Azure Key Vault account. First one. Second, we have to create the scope inside your Databricks. The third thing is you have to give the permission to your Key Vault inside Key Vault for the Databricks. And what all the things we have to remember? The thing is we have to give this permission to this user. Okay, so I'm writing it down here. So what is a permission? This is the permission, Azure Key Vault user. And what is to whom we have to give this permission? It has to be given to Azure Databricks. So this will come. Okay, so if you give the permission to this, you will be able to access in your with the help of your secret scope. Okay, so once this starts, what we have to do is we have to use dbutils dot secrets dot get. Okay, and then scope. What is the scope we have created? We have created a scope. Let's see, what is the scope? Scope 0408. This is the name of scope. Scope 0408. And what is a key? So let's understand what is a key. So if you go to your Azure Key Vault, inside Azure Key Vault, we can see what all the keys that we have used. Okay, what all the keys we have here. So we have multiple keys here. Okay, these are secrets. Okay, so you can use any secret here. So suppose I want to get the password of this pass01. So what I can do, I can directly type this here, and what will happen now? If it is running successful, then it will not throw any error. Okay, anyways, you'll not be able to print it somewhere anywhere, but you can use this password to access any of the services. Like you want to access some of the service, like this I have a SQL server. Okay, in SQL server I have password, username and everything. So what I can do, I cannot I don't need to know the password here, or someone can save the password, or admin can save the password in Azure Key Vault, and then that password can be used here with the help of scope, and you can pass the same password here to access your SQL server. Okay, without knowing the password. So let it run. It's taking more time to start the cluster. Or even though if you want to print whatever password is coming, so how can you try to see? Anyways, you will not be able to see the password. So what we can see, we can try to get the password in one variable. The name of that is password, and then you can pass this value, entire value, or dbutils.secret.get, and then you can pass this here and try to print this value. So let's try to print this variable. So you can try to see the result here, but since this is a very secret, Databricks will not show you the exact result here. Okay, you'll not be able to see the password here. Only you can pass this value to another system for connection. So you can pass this one to your SQL server. You will get connected here, but you will not be able to see the password at Databricks. Okay. So cluster is started. Now it's starting the Spark. So hopefully within seconds you will be able to see the results here. So we'll be able to see this password. Okay. We'll not be able to see the exact password, but you can retrieve the data here. Yeah, it's started now. Cluster is up and running. Let's see. Yeah, this got success. So it says that the key. Okay, so maybe the key is a small key. Let's see now. Yeah, see, you're not able to see the exact result. So let's accept and run this one. Yeah, here also you'll not be able to print anything. Okay, even though you try to print it with anything, but no, you'll not be able to print it. The only thing is you can print only this value, but nothing else. Yep, that's all. Thank you all.